think the feeling last season was that your group really developed some line throughout the season. When you look at them now, do you think it's a particularly deep group, but you feel like you have some good depth?
Well, it's still early to tell. They're still learning the language and the process of a new offense. Today, was an example of first day in pads and new language and new stuff. So it's going to take a little time, but it's a high quality group. Guys care, and they're working hard every day.
What have been your impressions of Alex Buxer and Mike Grimm here early on?
Young guys that are just like any of us. We're, still learning Coach Chaney's system and anything like that. So anytime you have guys that are still thinking, they're not able to just cut it loose yet.
Buxer was saying he's practiced a lot like he experienced at Ohio State when he went to camp there.
But football's football, and these guys have been around high quality coaches here in the past, and you can tell that they're well schooled at fundamentals, and you can see that they want to be their best, and that's the fun part about being around them.
I feel like you got some pretty versatile guys, and Bisnawadi's played tackle and guard, and I think Dorian has too, and Officer could play a lot of those interior spots. Do you feel like that's maybe one of the strengths that this group could have?
Well, I think any time you have you're trying to develop a line, you're really guys who can be versatile. And the more positions guys can learn and understand the game and what you're doing, the more valuable they are as far as being able to be different positions.
Buxer's a guard. He said it's the first time he's ever done that in his career. Is he showing that? What makes him a good guard in your eye?
Yeah, he's tough. He likes contact. He likes the physical part. There's usually a guy pretty close to him that he can get his hands on pretty quickly. And he's a big body in there. So he needs to clean up his footwork and understanding how he fits to that piece in there a little bit better.
Were you familiar with him or any of these other guys as recruits? I mean, you were kind of looking.
I've been going. I was only back in Ohio for 1 year. I was out of the state for 2, but back in Ohio. But yeah, I've been aware of these guys, and Coach Rudolph is a good friend of mine, and we've had good conversations, and like I said, this is they're quality guys who work hard, and at the end of the day, that's what you gotta that's what all you can ask of them.
Do you expect Artie to wear the orange jersey throughout the spring?
Yeah, he's still in that no contact rehab, but he's right in the middle, making calls and going through individual stuff, and what he can contribute, he does.
Is he kind of filling that role of a fifth-year senior, a guy who started a bunch of games and all that?
Oh, absolutely. And that's what you expect for a guy who's been that guy who's played, and it doesn't need as many reps, but he mentally takes reps every snap.
Kind of beyond him, I mean, you got a bunch of guys who have started games and played a bunch of games. Does it seem like an experienced group, or do they carry themselves like they've been out there and played games?
It's hard to tell that yet. Today was a day where a lot of things were happening and moving, but I think in the long run, as we get middle of spring, I think that's when you'll really see them escalate in their learning.
Line coach has to like it when they put the pads on finally. What did you see today from these guys?
Oh, it's kind of like a relief, like, oh, now we're playing football. We're done with all the other stuff, and now we get to really put the element of the game that allows us to be our best, and that's the physical part, and getting a hat on a hat, and trying to get guys moving in a direction.
Was there enough physicality to your pleasing?
Oh yeah. There was no shyness at all as far as contact.